Hello. Apologies if you were watching earlier. I ran into some kind of weird issue. I think, what happened is, I'm using an emulator for the up rendering, and I think just like the combination of the increased disk usage, and I was like uploading and downloading stuff at the same time, and it just all like kind of fried out. So I'm gonna redo this portion. Anywho, this gentleman in front of this mansion says this is Don Corneo's mansion. He's a big shot here in Wall Market. Listen, the Don's not into men, so get the hell out of here, he says. Huh? Shouldn't Aerith, like, jump out and, like, talk to this guy? Maybe I have to explore the town a little more first. I could swear, though. Anyways. Bunny says, whoa, it's broken. Let's see what we got going on here. This guy says, sit wherever you wish. He asks me what I would like. I say the special. And he says, sorry to have kept you waiting. And I said it was good. And he says, we're running a promotion right now. We're going to give you a ticket to the pharmacy for a free item. And he says that's the last of our coupons, so we're no longer offering that promotion. And please look out for the next promotion. Okay. This guy says, man, to enter or not to enter? I get so poetic at times like this. I give up. He says, oh, you were... And then he says, what, you too? He says, you're Tifa's childhood friend and you brought a new girlfriend along to a place like this? What kind of man are you? And then if you choose the other option, he says, I thought about it a lot and I decided I want this to be my last memory of Midgar, but that guy over there is scaring me away. The guy in blue says, this isn't gonna work, I'll never get anywhere at this rate. Not with my rank and salary anyway. And he says, sigh, I'm not in her league. This other guy says, welcome, even losers like you may meet the girl of their dreams here at the Honeybee Manor. Are you looking for a girlfriend? And I say, do you know a girl named Tifa? And he says, you're fast, Tifa's our sexy newcomer, but you're out of luck. She's being interviewed right now. Here at the Honeybee Manor, it's customary for all new girls to be taken to Don Corneo's mansion. Don Corneo's a world-famous bachelor and a bit of a womanizer. He's settling down now, though, and is out in search of a bride. Okay. This dude says, hey, chump, what's the big idea? Can't you see I'm busy? Beat it, or I'll beat ya. And this guy... maybe like bouncer or something, he says, the Honeybee Manor is a members club. I'm very sorry, but you're gonna have to leave. Okie dokie. This guy says, I can't make up my mind. Don't make me spell it out. It's about the place on the left. Anywho, I apologize if anybody saw this before, so I'm trying to kind of be expeditious. Anyway, I talked to the guy in front of Don Corneo's mansion, and he says, wow, you've got a cute girl with you. Aerith says, ah, so look, this is the Don's mansion. I'll go take a look. I'll let Tifa know you're here. Bunny says, no. Aerith says, why not? Bunny says, this place, it's, well, you know. Aerith says, then what's your plan? Are you going to come in with me? Bunny says, I'm a man. If I bust in there, it'll cause a big scene. Aerith is laughing as I start talking to her. Bunny says, who is Cloud, by the way, on the other hand, I can't let you go in alone. Come to think of it. First, we need to be sure Tifa's safe. And then he says, what's so funny, Aerith? Aerith says, Bunny, dress up as a girl. It's the only way. I'm sorry. Bunny says, what? Aerith says, just you wait there. I'm gonna go find a cute friend of mine. Bunny says, Aerith, there's just no way. Aerith says, you're worried about Tifa, aren't you? Then, come on, let's hurry. Anywho, I think I was running into trouble because I did not emulate. I was emulating everything without the BIOS, and I think it was putting an undue strain on my CPU. And so I decided to get the BIOS in there correctly to prevent further issues from occurring. And so far it seems like it's being nicer, so that's a good thing. Whoa, that's too many. Anywho, I'm just kind of like re-equipping and that sort of thing. Oh boy. Alrighty. So, I think at this point, I can do a few things. I talked to this guy, and he's like an item shop owner or something. He says, "Hey bud, got a minute? I need to talk, man to man. What do you say?" Bunny says, "Let's hear it." The item shop guy says, "Really? Thanks. I'm sorry, miss. Would you mind going over there a second?" Aerith says, "Why?" And Bunny says, "Aerith." Aerith says, "Gosh." The item guy says, "I'm sorry. Now here's the thing. You know that vending machine at the inn? I'm dying to know what's being sold in it. From what I've been told, it's not something a girl should be seeing." And then he says, "What? Why don't I go?" "Well, to tell you the truth, I argued with the owner, so now it's kind of awkward. Come on, please." I just say, "You're on." He says, "Great, thanks. I'm counting on you." Aerith says, "Are you finished?" And we are just kind of moving right along. Anyway, this guy says, "If you need anything, let me know." "Oh wait, you have a coupon? In that case, please choose an item." I'm gonna choose the digestive. And we are gonna run to the bar. And this person's having trouble in the bathroom. I said I could give her that item I received from the pharmacy. I say, "Here, this might help." And this person says, "You're just giving me this? Wow, I appreciate it. That's better. Here, and thanks a lot." We receive some sexy cologne, and the person who is trapped outside the bathroom finally gets to go to the bathroom, so that's good, I guess. Anyway, we go to the dress store, and Aerith says, "Excuse me, I'd like a dress, please." The owner says, "It could take a while, is that okay?" Aerith says, "What's the problem?" The owner says, "Well, my father's in a bit of a slump. He makes all the dresses, you see." Aerith says, "Where's your father?" The owner says, "He's probably getting plastered at the bar." Aerith says, "So what you're saying is, unless something's done about your father, I can't get a dress." And the owner says, "I'm afraid so. We're in a real pickle." The owner says, "Would you help bring him back?" Aerith says, "Sure. I mean, if I don't do something, I don't get a dress, right?" And then the owner says, "Really? It'd be great if you could get through to that crazy old codger. I'm at my wit's end." And Aerith says, "All right, I'll do my best. Come on, Bunny, let's go." Anywho, so we go back to the bar and we're going to talk to the owner. The owner says, oh wait, no, sorry. Aerith says, "Excuse me, are you the father of the man working at the clothes store?" The person says, "Yeah, I own the store, but I ain't your father." Aerith says, "That's not what I said." Ooh. Bunny says, "Make me some clothes." The guy says, "I don't make men's clothes. Besides, I'm busy." Aerith says, "Bunny, I'll have a talk with him. Why don't you wait over there? Have a drink or something." Aerith says, "Excuse me, mister. You see, it's like this. He told me that just once he'd like to be a girl. So that's why I need a cute dress for him." And then the guy getting drunk at the bar, the clothes store owner, is saying, "What? A tough guy like that?" Aerith says, "So how about it?" The owner says, "Certainly interesting. I was getting bored of just making regular clothes." Aerith says, "Then you'll do it?" The guy says, "Yeah, why not? What kind of dress do you need?" Aerith says, "One that feels light and shines." The owner says, "Yeah, okay, I got it. You know, I have a friend with the same taste as him. I'll go get his opinion." Anywho, we run back to the dress store, and somehow the owners beat us there. Anyways, He says, welcome back, it's ready. Go try it on. Whew. And we receive a silk dress. Oh, wait a sec. I don't think I want to do that yet, actually. Yeah. Let me just check what I did really quick here. Oh, dang, I screwed up pretty bad. Okay. Pardon my drowsiness. Anyways. Okay, so let's go do the inn thing really quick. And it's 10 gil a night to stay at the inn. We buy a $200 item from the vending machine. The innkeeper says, thanks a lot, come again. Anyway, we return to the item shop guy, and he asks Aerith to wait, and he says, so what was in it? Bunny shows him the item, and the guy says, vitamin snake oil, eh? That jerk's doing some real good business. I can't stand it. Thanks, bud. I'm feeling motivated again. Here, take this. And he gives me a diamond tiara. Okay. And now we're going to run to the pharmacy. And just like before... whoops, I lied. We're going to go get the promotional coupon first. And... anywho... Did I not get it this time? Huh. I don't know. I think I just did something wrong. It's okay. I'm just gonna have to kind of move on with my life on that one. So we run back to the dress store, and we got the silk dress. We try it on. Bunny says, how do you put this on? Aerith peeps in, and Bunny says, what are you doing? Aerith says, yeah, it's still not right. You need a wig. And the clothing store owner says, I thought you might, so I talked to that friend of mine. You know, the gym with the men, men, men sign outside. You'll find a lot of people into this kind of thing over there. You should talk to him. Bunny says, his kind of thing? Aerith, just what have you been telling him? Aerith says, does it matter? We got a pretty dress. Alrighty. Actually, I might have already redeemed the coupon, so I'm gonna just try and give it to this person too. Maybe we will... never mind. Maybe I do have the item, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, we're looking for the gym to do that squat contest, I believe. And we talked to the proprietor of the gym, and he says, are you the one, the guy who wants to be cute? Bunny says, cute? And Aerith says, yeah, we need a wig. And the proprietor says, so I've heard, but it's not going to be that easy. And a gentleman comes out and he says, big bro, you gotta be worthy of big bro. And the owner says, that's right. You'll have to prove yourself to us. Yep, let's have a squat contest. Alright, we'll thrash him out of this gym. Bunny says, hang on, are you a man? And Aerith cuts him off and says, Bunny? And then the proprietor says, am I a what? Everyone around here just calls me big bro. Anyway, never mind that. And the proprietor says, come here, I'll explain the rules. From the stance, press square to squat, X to stand, and circle to go back into the stance. So square, X, circle in that order. You got it? I say, yeah, I got it. And they say, if you can squeeze out more squats than him in 30 seconds, I'll give you the wig. The guy I'm competing against says, I won't lose, big bro's wig is mine. And then the gym owner says, you sure talk the talk. It's not fair to throw you in at the deep end. Want some practice first? I'm gonna say no to that. And they say it's time for the real thing. Go. Anywho, I did 20. They did 16. The owner says, "You're really something." Okay, I'm a man of my word. Here you go. And we receive, dun 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 dun, the blonde wig. And the person who lost says, "Bro, I can't believe it. It's not fair." The owner punches the dude across the room and says, "Shut up. Stop your blubbering, just 'cause you lost." The guy who got knocked out says, "Bro's fists of steel numb right to the bone." Anywho, the other people at the gym go check on the guy who just got punched across the room, which is kind of funny. And I run down to the Honeybee Inn, and this guy says, "No, I just can't make up my mind. Here, take this. You won't get in without it." And gives me a membership card. So I talk to the guy guarding the door, and he says, "Is that a membership card I see shining in your little right hand? Please, go on in." Bunny says, "There's something in here vital for cross-dressing. I just know it." Aerith says, "Sure, whatever you say." Bunny says, "I'm going in." Anyways, someone greets me at the door and says, "Sir, hurry, hurry." And I am taking a peek at the Queen's Hive room, and Bunny goes, "Wow." Anyways, there's some cool Easter eggs. We're looking through the keyhole, and we see like a guy in a hot tub maybe. Another guy's dressed up as a king. We see what kind of looks like Reeve, who's a later character in the game. And I guess they're talking in there. It says, "The wind has ceased. Is this the curse of the resurrected Devil King? Our most beloved queen does not awaken. The time is ripe. A legend handed down since ancient times." Anyways, someone in the room says, "Hey, if we don't stop this soon, we're gonna be in trouble." Another person says, "We have an appointment for lunch and he's here pretending to be a king." And then the other person says, "You tell him." And then they say, "No way, I can't." And then they say, "Ugh, whatever." Anyways, the dialogue continues. A legend handed down since ancient times. The people in the room are talking and they're saying, "I can't believe our boss sometimes." The narrator is saying, "Our destination, the promised land. The one with blue eyes." Anyways, another dialogue box pops up with the people in the room talking, and it says, "It happens every time we come to Midgar on business. We dragged ourselves all the way from the gold saucer for this." The people in the room continue, "What are you complaining about? You only have to handle the lights. I have to wear this frickin' armor, and it weighs a ton." Anyways, the narrator is continuing this story and says, "And a great unsheathed sword on his back cannot lead us to the promised land." And the dialogue box, which is again the people in the room, says, "Yeah, but I guess it's all part of the job. Speaking of which, have you heard about his wife finding out about all this?" "Ha, no way," they say. And they say, "Oh, looks like he's done. Whew, thank God." And then someone calls out, "Mr. President, I mean, Your Majesty." Maybe it's the Shinra president. And I guess there's some spanking. And someone says, "Ah, sorry." "Please spare me the ancient curse." And with that, we have exited the room. The person who greeted me at the door is like saying, "Hurry, hurry," probably growing bored with my eavesdropping. We're gonna eavesdrop on the Lover's Hive as well. Oh, it won't let me. So there must not be anything happening. Anyways, I'm talking to the girls in the dressing room and they say, "Oh God, every so often they come in here, the delicate type, just ignore him." Clearly he doesn't know his place. What a loser. I'm gonna ignore him completely. Oh, what a pest. Alright, get lost, you stray dog, you. That's it, I'll name him Pooch. What should I do? He's stalking me, isn't he? What if he jumps me on the way home? He will, won't he? I mean, he is a dog. The person continues, "Think he's after me? He makes me sick. His eyes are weird, too. Ah, but it's wrong to hurt these kind of guys. I can at least say hello." And the person says, "Hello, Pooch. Lovely weather today." And then I introduce myself. I say, "By the way, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Bunny, a jack of all trades. The girl putting on makeup says, oh really? Welcome, Bunny. And then they're thinking, what the hell? Getting all cocky. No wonder I named you Pooch. And I continue talking and they just say, bye, Bunny. I talk to the one in the middle and they're like, eek, stop, yeah, don't look. And the first one says, I just can't seem to lose weight. Oh my, you shouldn't be in here. They're thinking, ugh, a frisky customer. Oh dear, he's still here. Oh well, good timing. How do I look? I say, I'm not interested. They say, oh. Start working out faster. This is hard work. Oh, what about now? I say, nah, still not there. They say, what? And then the person says, you have a lot to learn about women. I could have swore if I talked to them they'd put makeup on me, but maybe not. Maybe I have to do it afterwards. We'll see. Anywho, they're just saying the same stuff, so I'm not gonna repeat it. The person at the door says, sir, hurry, hurry. Anyways, there's two choices of rooms. I'm gonna do them both, so I'm gonna do a save state here. I'm gonna take the love nest first, and then I'll go back and do the other one. I say, it looks like it's not in use, I guess I'll take this one. And they say, are you sure? And I say, don't make me repeat myself. And then the proprietor says, please, there's no need to get angry. And then thinks to themselves, geez, the angry type. They unlock the door and say, after you. I enter the room, and we get some creepy scenes. Anyway, we run into a fragment of our own personality, and Bunny says, huh? You? What are you doing here? Anyways, Bunny's hearing some white noise, and that dark voice says, that's what I was about to ask you. Should you be wasting time like this? Think you alone can solve all the problems in that little head of yours? Anyways, I guess the fragment of my personality enters me, and I pass out. The proprietor says, oh no, sir, somebody help, come quick. And the dark voice says, you must have realized by now that nothing changes when you only ever look at things from afar. Bunny says, what are you saying? Someone says, looks like it's moving. Bunny says, what is? Someone says, wake up. And I guess they're giving me a massage or something. Prick, prick, poke, bump, bump. Bunny says, ow. My HP and MP were restored. Now I'm being slapped and someone's saying, wake up, wake up. And I wake up with some big muscle dude on top of me. The guy's name is Mookie. He says, whew, that's a relief. Sonny, did you pass out? No, 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 you can't be that uptight. I just say, ugh. Mookie says, hey, they say that youth is long, and yet really it's fleeting. Well, take care. Mookie says, time's up. Bye-bye. And I talk to the lady, and she says, we all have our problems. This is for your trouble. Take good care of it. And we get lingerie. Bunny says, this tiny strip for me? What the hell am I supposed to do with it? Anyways, we're gonna try the other room now, just so we get like the full experience. This room's called the Group Hive. I say I'll take it. The same dialogue ensues, and we are now entering the other room. Anywho, we get in the room. The girl locks it and says, sir, this way, this way. She says, so shall we begin? Sir, did you choose this room because you're feeling lonely? And I say, I'm used to it. Bunny says, I'm used to being alone. And then the honeybee lady says, okay, okay. Come on, everyone's waiting. And I say, everyone? And then she says, see, they're all here. All right, everyone. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then like 90 dudes come in here with me. Mucky says, "What's up?" Grin, grin, grin. Bunny says, "Oh man, what should I do?" I'm gonna say this doesn't feel right. Bunny says, "I always seem to get myself into these situations." Mucky's panting and he says, "Don't be so shy. No need for formalities here, lad. Don't you want to wash your youthful sweat and dirt off with us?" And the camera pulls away. I guess they're just all getting naked. Mucky says, "Oh, Sonny, not as slim as you look, huh?" "You're so handsome, Pants Mucky." Or Mookie. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, like 100 dudes just get in this like hot tub all together, which is hilarious. Mucky says, "Bathing's great, isn't it? Puts my heart at ease. So what do you think, lad? Feels good, doesn't it?" I just say nothing. "I don't feel good. Let me out," says Bunny. Mucky says, "Hang in there. Count to 10. So I'm counting down from 10. And Mucky says, "How old are you, Sonny?" "I'm 21. Mucky says, "You're less than half my age. Lucky you. What do you say, lad? Want to join Mucky's youth circle?" And I say nothing. I'm still counting down from 10. And then I say, "Sorry, try this on someone else." Mucky says, "Well, that's a shame. We've even got our own camp over in a really sunny place." Still counting down from 10. And I say, "Okay, I'm done." Mucky says, "Why don't you stick around and have some fun? I'm so lonely." And then the camera pans away. The honeybee lady is just watching all these naked dudes put their clothes on, I guess. Mucky says, "Sonny, see this? I'm real attached to it, but I'm giving it to you as a reminder of today." And we receive the bikini underwear. Mucky says, "Until next time." Bunny says, "This is some underwear. I've really got to put this on? Can't be helped. I'm here to save Tifa." Anyways, I leave the room. And I think that concludes all the events that can happen in here, other than maybe getting the makeup. They're just saying the same stuff that they were last time. Anyways, Bunny says, "No one's gonna believe I'm a woman if I don't look the part. I can get makeup here. Have her do you up." I say, "I need a favor. Do you think you could do me too?" And the lady does my makeup and she laughs. And now all the ladies just say, "Hee hee." They think it's funny that a dude just got some makeup put on. Pretty hilarious. Anyways, I walk outside and everybody's ogling Aerith. The Shinra guard says, "I wanted a flower too, but I get so nervous in front of cute girls. I can't help it. I just tense up." This guy says, "Oh sir, we're closing. Please don't forget any personal belongings. Take care now." Aerith says, "Hey Bunny." And I talk to the other guy and he says, "I bought a beautiful flower from Aerith, 500 gil. A little expensive, but I did get her name. I think it was worth it." The other guy says, "I asked Aerith for a date, but she said not even if I had 1,000,000 gil. Her flower costs 300. She understands business. I'll give her that." And then Johnny says, "Aerith, thanks for selling me the flower. Only 1 gil. I'll treasure this. I'm gonna have it pressed and keep it as a good luck charm." Kind of funny that all those guys paid different prices. I wonder if that means she thinks some of them are cuter than others. It's just adorable. Anyway, I now have makeup on my face. I think I've done all the stuff I can do. If I missed anything, I apologize. I'm trying to like make this a run where I talk to as many NPCs as possible and like see the cool events and such. Anywho, we have saved because we've done a lot of stuff. I don't want to redo it for a third time. Anyways, the guy tells me to go try on my dress, and Aerith says, "Are you ready to change?" I say, "Yeah, I'm ready." I go in there and come out with the wig and the dress, and the owner says, "This may have opened up a whole new market for us." And the owner continues, "Yeah, let's give it a shot. You've shown us something new and brought back my father's motivation. The dress is on the house." Aerith says, "Walk more gracefully, Miss Bunny." Bunny says, "What do you mean, gracefully?" Anywho, Aerith continues, "That's so cute, Miss Bunny." "Oh, it's lovely. Don't you have one that'll look good on me too?" The owner says, "How about this one?" "Nah, this one's better." Then the other one says, "Dad, what are you talking about?" He says, "What? This one's definitely better." Aerith says, "I think it has to be this one," and selects her own. The two people that work at the dress show are like, "Huh?" Aerith says, "I'm gonna go change." And then she says, "No peeking." You couldn't even if you wanted to because the controller is locked. But I don't want to spy on girls anyway, being that I am a gay dude. Anyways, Aerith says, "So how do I look?" Cloud shakes his head. Aerith says, "You're no fun." Anyway, we are dressed up, we are made up, and we are running over to the mansion. I could swear, like, let's see, I've got the silk dress, the blonde wig, the sexy cologne, the diamond tiara, the membership card, and the bikini underwear. I think that's all of it. But I think we locked out anyway after we put the dress on everything else. Anyways, we go back to Don Corneo's mansion, and the guard says, "Ooh, your friend is a little cutie. Come in, come in." 2 guests coming through. And we've been allowed into the mansion. Some kind of receptionist says, "Hey, ladies. I'll go let the Don know. Wait here, okay? Don't go wandering around." Aerith says, "Now's our chance. Let's find Tifa." And apparently all the doors are shut. I could swear there was like some stuff to pick up, but whatever. Oh, that music is terrible. It's just too tony for me, even though I like most of the music in the game. Anyways, I run downstairs and we find Tifa, who is also all dressed up. Aerith says, "Tifa?" Aerith says, "Nice to meet you. I'm Aerith. Bunny told me all about you." Tifa says, "And you are?" "Oh, I remember. In the park with Bunny?" Aerith says, "That's right, with Bunny." Tifa says, "Oh." Aerith says, "Don't worry, we've only just met. It's nothing." Tifa says, "Don't worry about what?" "Oh, no, don't take it the wrong way. Bunny and I grew up together. Nothing more." Aerith says, "Poor Bunny, having to stand here and listen to us both say it's nothing." Aerith says, "Right, Bunny?" Tifa says, "Bunny?" I'm gonna go pick up that item, which is an ether apparently. I talk to Tifa and she takes a peek at me. And she's like startled. She says, "Bunny? Why are you dressed like that? What are you doing here? What happened to you after the fall? You're not hurt, are you?" Bunny says, "Slow down. Let me answer. I'm dressed like this because it was the only way to get in here. And don't worry, I'm fine. Aerith helped me out." Tifa says, "I see." Bunny says, "Tifa, what's going on? What are you doing in a place like this?" Tifa says, Aerith says, I'll just plug my ears," and walks away. Anywho, Tifa says, "I'm glad you're okay." Whew. Bunny says, "Yeah, so what happened?" Tifa says, "When we got back from Reactor 5, we saw this weird guy hanging around. Barrett caught him and squeezed some information out of him." Bunny says, "And that's when the Don's name popped up?" Tifa says, "Yeah, Don Corneo. Barrett said Corneo's a real creep, so it's best to just forget him." Tifa says, "But I couldn't shake it off." Bunny says, "I get it. You wanted the story straight from Corneo's mouth." Tifa says, "I got this far, but now I'm in trouble. Word is, Corneo's looking for a bride. Every day he lines up 3 girls and picks one of them, and... Anyway, if I'm not the special girl tonight, that's the end of it." Aerith says, "Sorry, I overheard." Aerith says, "We're here now, so it's not a problem, right?" Tifa says, "I guess so, but..." Aerith says, "I mean, we make 2. Bunny says, "You can't, Aerith. I won't involve you." Aerith says, "Oh, so it's alright for Tifa to be in danger?" Bunny says, "No, Tifa's..." And both the girls cut him off, and Tifa says, "Are you sure?" Aerith says, "I grew up in the slums. I'm used to danger." Aerith says, "How about you? Can you trust me?" Tifa says, "Yes, thanks, Miss Aerith." Aerith says, "Just Aerith." And someone upstairs calls out and says, "Hey, it's time, ladies. Mr. Corneo is an impatient man." And then he's muttering, "I told them not to wander around. I tell ya, women these days. Hurry up." Bunny says, "I probably don't need to ask, but the third girl is me, right?" Tifa says, "You're right, you didn't." Aerith finishes her sentence and says, "Need to ask." Anywho, looks like we are all nice and joined up. So, we should equip Tifa with her new stuff. Because I do believe we do get into some fights. I think... yeah, that's fine to leave like that. Anyways, the reception guy is blocking me and he says, "The Don's inside his office." Heh heh heh. So we go in the Don's office. And there are 3 men in there. One's named Kochi. He says, "Alright, ladies, line up in front of the Don." I guess we're just pieces of meat. My, my, my. Don Corneo says, "Hee hee, good, splendid." Don Corneo says, "Now whom should I choose? Hee hee hee." Don Corneo looks at Cloud and says, "This one?" Looks at Tifa and says, "Or maybe this one." Then back to Cloud / Bunny, and I just keep trying to like look away from him like I'm shy. Don Corneo says, "Woohoo, I made up my mind. My partner for tonight is this burly beaut." Bunny says, "Hang on, please wait." Don Corneo says, "Woo, I love chickies who play hard to get, so pure and innocent." The Don says, "You can have the other 2" to his henchmen, and they say, "Yes, sir. Thank you, sir." Don Corneo says, "Shall we be going, my lovely?" And the other 2 girls take off, and we go into a bedroom. Wink, wink. Don Corneo says, "At last, just the 2 of us. All right, pussycat, come to Papa." I try to run away, and Don Corneo says, "Don't be shy. It's okay. We're alone now." The Don says, "Ooh, you're so cute. I can't get enough of you. Do you like me too?" I just say, Don Corneo says, "Do you hate me? There's some other handsome guy, isn't there?" And I say, "Yeah, he's called Barrett." Don Corneo says, "Unacceptable. Barrett? That sounds familiar." And then Bunny says, "Come on, he's part of Avalanche, the group you were looking for." The Don says, "Oh yeah, in the District 7 slums. But how do you know that?" And Cloud takes off his girl disguise, and the Don says, "A man, you tricked me. Help, someone get the hell in here." And it's someone in the distance says, "Too bad, looks like none of your cronies could make it." It's Tifa and Aerith. The Don says, "You're the ones from before, what the hell's going on here?" Tifa says, "We'll be asking the questions." Tifa says, "What were your goons poking around for? Talk. If you don't..." Cloud says, "I'll chop it off," I think referring to his penis. Don Corneo says, "No, stop. I'll tell you everything." Tifa says, "Then don't keep us waiting." The Don says, "I had them seek out the den of that guy with a gun arm. It was a commission." Tifa says, "By who?" The Don says, "If I blab, they'll kill me." Tifa says, "Talk. If you don't..." And then Aerith says, "I'll twist it off." Wow. The Don says, "It was Heidegger of Shinra. Heidegger, head of public order." Bunny says, "Head of public order?" Tifa says, "Shinra, what are they planning? Talk. If you don't..." I'll pulverize it. Don Corneo says, you're serious, aren't you? Oh boy. I'm not fooling around either. Don Corneo says, Shinra intends to crush this tiny rebel group called Avalanche or something, together with their hideout, of course. And they're literally going to crush them. They're going to destroy the plate support. Tifa says, destroy the tower? Don Corneo says, you know what will happen. The plate will go whee, and everything below will go bam. I heard their hideouts in the slums of District 7. I'm just glad it isn't here. Tifa says, they're going to wipe out the District 7 slums? Tifa says, Bunny, will you come with me to the District 7? Cloud says, of course, Tifa. I mean, Bunny, who is me. Anyways, as we exit the room, Don Corneo says, just a second. Bunny says, shut up. Don Corneo says, it won't take long. Why do you think scum like me would squeal? 1, because we were gonna die. I'm sorry, 1, because they were going to die. 2, because they're sure they'll win. Or 3, because they've completely lost it. I'm gonna say, because they're sure they'll win. Don Corneo says, haha, bingo. And drops me into some kind of pit. Meanwhile, we are cutting away to Heidegger at the Shinra building on the very top floor in the presidential office. Which is interesting. Makes me wonder how they got there when they seemed like they were in that Honeybee Inn doing some roleplay or something. Anyways, the president says, how are the preparations going? Heidegger says, ha ha ha, smoothly, very smoothly. I've assigned the Turks to this. And then Reeves says, Mr. President, are we really going to do this simply to crush a group with only a few members at best? The president says, why this objection now? Do you have something you want to share with us, Reeve? Reeves says, no. But as head of urban development, I've been involved in the building and rebuilding of... the building and running of Midgar. That's why I... Heidegger cuts him off and says, Reeve, flush personal problems down the toilet before you come to work. Reeve says the mayor's also against this. Heidegger says, Mayor, that buffoon just sits in this building all day stuffing his face. You call that a mayor? Heidegger says, now if you'll excuse me, sir, and takes his leave, while laughing. Reeves seems kind of distraught by this whole situation. President Shinra says, you're tired, take some time off. And Reeve leaves the room. President Shinra says, we'll destroy District 7, the reports will blame Avalanche, and the relief operation will be handled by the Shinra Company. Haha, it's perfect. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. Like, they're going to handle the PR and, like, do these donations to make the place better. It's kind of, like, scary. No, that's a pretty well thought out plan. I think they probably should have, like, changed it to, like, the CEO or something. Anyways, I obtained a potion. And apparently I'm getting attacked by some froggy boys. No, those are turtles. And they are shooting water guns at me. And it hurts for some reason. Anywho, we talk to Tifa and say, are you alright? Tifa says, yuck man, this is terrible. We talk to Aerith and say, are you alright? Aerith says, yeah. Whew. Aerith says, well, at least we got out in one piece. Aerith says, or maybe not. Anywho, it is time for a boss fight. And it uses a lot of water magic, I think. Anyways, since I'm right about to get a limit break, I'm just gonna let myself get hit and use that healing wind thing. And we are gonna electrocute the annoying monster. game looks really good with the 4x on. And I haven't ran into any problems, and the speed's a little nicer than before, so I think installing the BIOS is helping my computer a little bit here, which is good. Anyways, we kill that boss thingy. Tifa says, it's too late. Marion, Barrett, the people of the slums. Aerith says, don't give up. Never give up hope. It can't be easy to destroy a tower. Tifa says, yeah, you're right. We still have time. And we are trying to get all up out of this place. But I think, the first video I was running into, like, some kind of weird video distortion that was not, as I originally thought, caused by the up-rendering, but I guess this window was, like, scaled wrong, and because this is an older game, you know, developed originally for use on, like, those old CRTs. Anyway, I just picked up a steel materia. And let's equip that. And maybe this lightning materia. Like, the map was so glitched out, like, I could not figure out how to move around, so it caused a little issue on my first video, but we got it fixed now. Anyways, we're jumping further into the depths of the sewer. And I think we have escaped. Oh wait, I think that's an item bag. Let's check that first. Anywho, nope, it's a trash bag. Okay. Anywho. I'm gonna use those stimulants. Oh, I forgot to buy them apparently. That's what happens when you get your save screwed up because glitches. Anyways, Bunny says, Aerith, you shouldn't be here. Aerith says, don't tell me to go home again. Tifa says, we should be able to get past here by using the trains that are lit up. Anyways, that is what we shall do. I hate those ghosts. And inside that barrel was a high potion. On top of the train, we got, I think, another high potion. And there's a super rare enemy in this place that drops, or I can steal a really good rod for Aerith, which actually makes her a pretty good frontline attacker, which is nice. So we're definitely going to do that. But yeah, I needed to save. I don't want to run into that problem that I ran into last time. Oh no. Let's see. Can't really go down there. Alright, so we are just kind of working our way through this train graveyard. Getting a couple of rando fights. Nothing too crazy. Anywho, I picked up a potion. And we are just moving on up to the east side, apparently. Oh boy. And we picked up a potion. I see a shining, shimmering thing over there, so we're going to try and pick that up too. And we got another potion. And some more fights. Wow, I'm getting warm. I thought I was like cold, but now I'm like melting. Having like so much trouble sleeping lately. It's really frustrating. But hey, that's what games are for, right? Anyways, we should probably heal our little party there. And I obtained something. I apparently read it too slow. Gosh, I saw a game fax once for people that were interested in doing like a perfect run with this game, which like involved getting like 99 of all these items that were capable of getting 99 on, and it was just wild. I was like, my. It also involved, oh, hold on a sec, we want to steal from this guy. Actually, I'll just leave the speed on. If we get hurt, it's fine, because we can get Aerith some healing stuff, which helps with developing her limit. I could not steal, apparently. Couldn't steal again. So sad. We are just trying to steal, and we just can't do it. Goodness. I wonder what the rate for success is on that. It's got to be terrible. Jeez, I've never seen it take this long that I can recall. I think I'm just gonna abuse the save state. Wow. Really? This is wild. Well, if Aerith gets another limit break, I'll use Seal Evil, which I think stops him, and maybe that'll help. I mean, you'd think if they're, like, unable to move, they'd be unable to, like, prevent me from stealing or something. I don't know if it's, like, maybe tied to hit rate or what. Looks like I might be running out of tries since I'm silenced. Anyways, we're gonna use Seal Evil. We still can't steal. I am just floored. Well, I don't think it's gonna happen, so we're just gonna knock this boy out. Guess I will have to see, like, what do we have as for accuracy? 96, 102, and 100. So, I mean, Tifa would be the right person for that, then. Let's check the equips. Accuracy, yeah, like, wow. Maybe the RNG was just like, nope, that's not happening. Sorry, bro. That's okay. Yeah, anywho. I'm kind of curious how the RNG will work if I, like, get it down to, like, having, like, one more step. Oh, wow. Apparently there's no fights on that side. Something I did find curious, though, is on, like, the Final Fantasy Remake, like, titular screen. I noticed, like, 5 party members. So I'm wondering if, there's a reason for that, being that, of course, that the remake is gonna only go up to the end of Midgar. And I think, interestingly enough with that, yeah, it's the same enemy set, so I'm gonna assume the RNG's preordained it before. Dang, that means I'm gonna have to screw around for longer than I would like to. Because I think the game is going to make me use Aerith enough to where it's like, it's worth just trying to get it. Rending Light was learned, eh? Interesting. So they're like changing the names of the limits in this translation. Attack spreads out after contact with enemy. I think that was called Blade Beam in the original translation. Wow. I guess I can just run. Doesn't seem like that's going to be a much faster option. Dang it, I want my super cool staff for Eris. There we go. We could not steal, apparently. Yeah, we got it. Or maybe it's like, if I reduce the HP, it'll be more successful. I should have just tried that the first time, but we got it. Whatever. It's all good. There we go. Now we got double the attack power, so that's Nice. Considering Eris is about as durable as a wet tissue. Anyways, the train guy says, I heard a rumor that the plate's going to be brought down, but I've worked at this station for years. I can't bear to leave. How heartless. Why would anyone? I'll just have to hope it's not true, he says. It's rough. Anyways, we have run over, and Tifa says we made it. The tower's still standing. Bunny says, wait, above. You hear that? Aerith says, gunfire? Looks like Biggs, Wedge, Jesse are fighting on the tower with Barrett. Anyways, someone knocked Wedge off the tower, and Bunny says, are you alright, Wedge? Wedge says, Bunny, you remembered my name. Wedge says, Barrett, he's up there fighting. You gotta go help him. Bunny, sorry about this. Bunny says, I'm going up. Aerith, please take care of Wedge. Tifa says, Aerith, I need a favor. My bar, the 7th Heaven, is nearby. There's a little girl called Marin there. Aerith says, don't worry, I'll take her someplace safe. Tifa says, it's dangerous here. We've got to get away from the tower. We have to get out of District 7. Anyways, I think Wedge is passed on. Tifa says, Bunny, we have to hurry. Barrett's ... This guy says, look, it's my job. I gotta be here till the very end. And the lady says, I love men with a sense of duty. I'm gonna stay here right by your side. This gentleman says, uh-oh, is the tower coming down? This is all too much. Do you need anything? And it's a shop. And I needed these, and I forgot to get them. Well, we have them now. The shop owner says, if things get too hairy, we'll get out of here. Wouldn't be the first time. The other guard says, this is the last straw. I'm done. I never thought it would come to this. This is not what I signed up for. I'm quitting first thing tomorrow. The other guy says, you have to do something, my special little place. And we are going to save. And then we run into... You know what? In the first video I said the first boss fight was like one of the few that have a gimmick, but this next one with Lino does have a gimmick as well. Anyways, we run into Biggs and he says, Bunny, you still don't care what happens to the planet? And I say, you're wounded. Biggs says, thanks, Bunny. I'll be okay, but Barrett's fighting up top. Go help him. And we are fighting some helicopter boys. We run into Jesse, and Jesse says, oh, Bunny, I'm glad I could talk with you one last time. I say, don't say last. And Jesse says, it's okay. Because of our actions, many people died. We're getting what we deserve. It's very sad. There's a passed out Shinra guard, and Barrett is just shooting at everything. Barrett says, Tifa, Bunny, you're here. Watch out, the bastards have a chopper. Tifa says, we better sort our equipment out before they attack in full force. So we are going to do just that. Let us get rid of that sadness. And we got mithril stuff on everybody. Might as well have all those equipped so that they can get experience, or AP or whatever. Anyway, Tifa says, here they come. And someone dropped off the chopper. It's Lino, and he says, you're too late. Once I push this button, That's all, folks. Mission accomplished. Tifa says, we have to disarm it. Bunny, Barrett, do something. Lino says, I can't allow that. Nobody messes with Lino and the Turks. And here is boss fight time. Gonna have to beat this guy up. Actually, we need to get rid of that annoying pyramid. Doesn't have anything. I know there are some points where these guys have like some really good equipment and armors and stuff. But yeah, that pyramid status effect is only in this battle that I can recall. Lino says, looks like it's time, right? And runs away like a coward. Anyways. Tifa says, Bunny, I don't know how to stop it. You try. And Bunny says, this isn't any old bomb. And then one of the Turks, named Zhang, says, that's right. You'll have a hard time disarming that one. It'll blow the second some silly fool touches it. Tifa says, please, you have to stop it. Zhang says, haha, the emergency plate release system cannot be cancelled without a decision from Shinra's executive board. Barrett says, shut your hole, and starts shooting at the chopper. Zhang says, I'd be more careful, you might injure our special guest. And Aerith looks up. Tifa says, Aerith. Zhang says, oh, you know her? How nice that you could see each other one last time. You should thank me. Bunny says, what are you going to do with Aerith? Zhang says, who knows? The Turks were ordered to find and capture the last remaining ancient. Zhang says, it's taken us a while, I can tell ya, but now we can finally report this to the president. Aerith says, Tifa, she's alright. The girl's alright. And then this guy slaps Aerith. Tifa says, Aerith. Aerith says, hurry and escape. Zhang says, well, it's almost time. Think you can make it? And the pillar starts to explode. Tifa says, once the plate starts falling, we'll have no choice. We gotta hurry. And, oops. Barrett says, yo, we can use this cable. And we all jump up there and use this cable to swing to our safety. As the pillar explodes behind us. Oof. So that whole plate city above the slums, which is I guess where like the more well-to-do people live, is falling on top of the rebel hideout. But Shinra failed. Obviously the rebels have escaped. And apparently that was a justifiable action that killed God knows how many people. While the president, or CEO rather, of Shinra just hangs out listening to music and watching it go down. I feel like the message of this game is super important today. Especially with all the global chaos and the companies becoming corps, and the corps being obligated to the shareholders legally in such a fashion that it's created this horrible cycle of destruction financially, where these companies offshore all their money, do the bare minimum in investment, and basically are destroying everything around us while funding lobbyists to destroy the middle class and keep the all the people dumb and poor. Anyways, Barrett says, Marin! Biggs. Wedge. Jesse. Damn it. God damn it. Barrett says, what the hell's it all for? And screams. Bunny says, hey, Barrett. Tifa says, Barrett. Barrett just keeps screaming and punching the rubble. Bunny says, hey. Tifa says, Barrett, that's enough. Barrett, please. Barrett just keeps screaming and shooting at the rubble. Barrett says, damn. Barrett says, Marin. Tifa says, Barrett, Marin's, I think she's safe. Barrett says, huh? Tifa says, Aerith said that girl's alright. She must have been talking about Marin. Barrett says, are you sure? Tifa says, but... Barrett says, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. Bunny says, all three of them were at the tower. Barrett says, you think I don't know that? But still, they fought beside us as comrades. I don't want to think of them as being dead. Tifa says, and the people of District 7. Barrett says, yeah, it's all screwed up. They destroyed an entire district just to get at us. How many have died? Tifa says, is this our fault? Because of Avalanche, innocent people died? Barrett says, no, Tifa. It don't matter which way you cut it. The damn Shinra did this. Barrett says, those dirty crooks are sucking the life out of the planet. All for power, and to line their pockets with gold. Unless we take them out, they're gonna kill the planet. Barrett says, our fight ain't ever gonna be over until we get rid of them. Tifa says, I don't understand. Barrett says, you don't understand? What is there to understand? Tifa says, no, not that. I don't understand my own feelings. Barrett says, and what about you? And Bunny just stays silent and walks away. Barrett says, hey, where the hell does he think he's going? Tifa says, ah, Aerith. Barrett says, oh, the girl, what's her story anyway? Tifa says, I don't really know myself, but she's the one I left Marin with. Barrett says, Marin. Barrett continues, Tifa, there's no turning back now. Tifa looks back and we move forward, I suppose. Okay. Apparently I am alone. So we're gonna run away. I'm not really in the mood for houses that kill people. Barrett says, Bunny, take me to Marin. Tifa says, you're gonna help Aerith, right? Bunny says, yeah, but before that there's something I need to know. Tifa says, what? Bunny says, the Ancients. The blood of the Ancients flows within me. I'm the rightful heir to this planet, says the dark voice. Bunny says, Sephiroth. Tifa says, are you alright? Barrett says, pull yourself together, man. Anywho, I'm gonna grab that sense materia. Oh, I didn't realize that that place didn't get blown up too. Oh, yeah, duh. Remembering the plot later, yeah, of course it doesn't. I'm curious too, because if the Final Fantasy remake only goes up through the Midgar events, obviously you wouldn't have the full 9 party members, and to me that seems a little short-sighted, because if you don't get to use all your party members, like obviously, you know, there's missed opportunities for like leveling the limit system and that sort of thing, so it kind of seems a little frustrating, but you know, I'd rather have a remake than no remake. Anyways, we have gone to Aerith's house, and Elmina says, Bunny, wasn't it? You're here about Aerith. Bunny says, I'm sorry, the Shinra have her. Elmina says, I know, they came for her. Bunny says, here? Almina says she wanted it that way. Bunny says, why are they after her? Almina says, Aerith is an ancient. Shinra say she's the sole survivor. Barrett says, what do you mean? Aren't you her mother? Almina says, not her real mother, no. It must have been, yeah, about 15 years ago. Almina says, during the war. My husband was sent to the front, some faraway place called Wutai. One day I went to the station because I received a letter saying he was coming home on leave. Heh, kinda looks like Biggs and Wedge over there. I mean, Biggs and Jesse. Anyways, Almina went to the train station. The friendly train guy shakes his head no, and Almina explains, my husband never came back. I wondered if something had happened to him, but I told myself his leave must have been cancelled. I went to the station every day. Then looks like Almina found a dying woman on the steps of the train station with a little girl. Of course, the little girl being Aerith. Anyways, Almina says, you used to see that sort of thing a lot during the war. Take Aerith somewhere safe. Those were her only words to me, and then she died. My husband hadn't returned. I had no children. I was a little lonely, too, so I decided to take Aerith home with me. Aerith and I became close very quickly. That child loved to talk. She talked to me about everything. She told me about how she'd escaped from some kind of research lab with her mother, how her mother had already returned to the planet so she didn't feel lonely, and many other things. Barrett says, returned to the planet? Almina says, I didn't understand. I asked if she meant somewhere in the sky, but she said no, that it was this planet. She's a mysterious child in many ways. Aerith says, Mom, in a flashback. Anyways, Aerith says, please don't cry. Almina says, Aerith just blurted that out all of a sudden, so I asked her if something happened. Aerith says, someone dear to you has just died. He wanted to see you, but he's already returned to the planet. Almina says, at the time, I didn't believe her. But several days later, I received notice that my husband had died in action. Almina says, and that's how it was. It wasn't perfect, but we were happy, until one day. Zhang appears and he says, we want Aerith back. We've been searching a long time. Aerith says, no, never. Zhang says, Aerith, you're a very special child. You are of special blood. Your real mother was an ancient. Almina says, of course. I asked him what an ancient was. Zhang says, the ancients will lead us to a land of supreme happiness. Aerith will be able to bring happiness to all those in these wretched slums. That is why we at the Shinra Company desire her cooperation. Aerith says, he's wrong. I'm not an ancient. I'm not. Zhang says, but Aerith, surely you hear voices when you're all alone. Aerith says, I don't. And runs away. Almina says, but I knew of her mysterious talent. She tried so hard to hide it, and I acted as though I never noticed. Bunny says, it's amazing she escaped Shinra all these years. Almina says, they'll need her help, so I doubt they'll harm her. Tifa says, what happened this time? Almina says, she brought a little girl back with her. Zhang found them on their way here. She didn't have a chance. Aerith decided to go with Shinra in exchange for the girl's safety. Bunny says, Marin. Barrett says, Marin. Aerith was captured because of Marin? Barrett says, sorry. Marin's my daughter. Marin's my daughter. I'm really sorry. Almina says, you're her father? How in the world can you neglect your child like this? Barrett says, please don't start with that. Whew. Barrett continues, I've thought about it plenty. If I died, Marin would be... ... Barrett says, I don't have any answer. I want to be with Marin always, but I have to fight. Barrett says, because if I don't, the planet will die. Barrett says, so yeah, I'm gonna fight, but inside I'm worried about her. I want to be with her always. See, I'm going around in circles. Almina says, it's not like I don't understand. Anyway, she's upstairs sleeping. Go up and see her. Tifa says, it's all my fault. I was the one who got Aerith involved in this. Almina says, don't think that. Aerith doesn't. Almina just sighs. And we go upstairs to see Marin. Barrett says, Marin, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're all right. Marin says, Daddy, don't cry. Hey, your beard hurts. Barrett says, Bunny, you gonna go help Aerith? She's done so much for me. Barrett continues, if it's Shinra we're up against, I'm not gonna stay quiet. I'm coming too. Marin says, guess what? Aerith asked me lots of questions, like, what do you think of Bunny? I bet she really likes you. I say, let's hope so. Marin says, I won't tell Tifa. I try to exit and Tifa says, you're going after Aerith, aren't you? Bunny says, yeah. Tifa says, I'm coming with ya. Bunny says, we're going right into Shinra's headquarters. You have to be prepared for the worst. Tifa says, I know. Right now I'm ready to push myself to the limit. Tifa says, if I sat here doing nothing, I'd go crazy. Barrett says, sorry, but can you take care of Marin a bit longer? Almina says, yes, I don't mind. Barrett says, it's dangerous here now. I think you should move someplace else. Almina says, you're right, but promise you'll make it back. Don't go getting yourself killed. Tifa says, how do we get to the Shinra building? Barrett says, there's no train that goes up there anymore. Tifa says, well, let's go to Wall Market. Maybe we'll find something there. Anywho. Oof. So many emotional scenes right in a row. Anyways, Tifa learned Somersault, one of the limit break moves. And I don't believe there's any new items, so I'm gonna just kind of fly past this. Let me check here. So I walk up and some kids run past and say, "Want to see something awesome? Follow me." And the kids say, "Everyone climbed this and went above. Must have had guts. Brr." Tifa says, "Is it safe?" The kid says, "Yeah, it leads to the world above." Barrett says, "Alright, we're gonna climb this cable." Bunny says, "That's just plain stupid. You know this goes up hundreds of meters." Barrett says, "It can be done." There. What's that look like? Bunny says, "Just a regular cable." Barrett says, "Yeah, well to me it looks like a golden shiny wire of hope." Tifa says, "You're right. If we're gonna save Aerith, this is our only option." Bunny says, "I didn't quite get your analogy, Barrett, but I understand how you feel." Bunny says, "Let's go." Let's see. Bunny says to the weapon shop owner, "Why would I need batteries to climb up the plate?" The guy says, "You'll find out on the way up there. I'll sell you all 3. What do you say to 300? Alright, let's have them. So we got the zinc batteries, which is interesting, because that's a... I believe in the original script it just said batteries, so... kind of cool that we're getting like a little bit of... like at least I'm noticing like the differences in translation. I feel like it's nice that they just put the curse words in, like, you know, we all get that all those symbols were, you know, fuckity fuck and such. Anyway, we are gonna climb up to the Shinra building. And the kids say, "Wow, what a mess. Scary, huh? Dad told me it's Shinra's doing." So nobody quite really believes that Shinra is this, like, innocent thing. Anyway, Bunny says, "If I use a battery, maybe that propeller will start spinning. I guess I'll have to trust the shopkeeper." And the propeller spins and then shuts off at like the most opportune spot, which is great. I'm thinking for the remake they can definitely come up with some better stuff than just like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna jump on top of some propellers." Like, I don't know, I didn't really get the whole... the trains don't run up there anymore. Doesn't make sense for like this gigantic 70-floor corporate building to like literally have no way to get to it. I think it would make more sense in the translation if they said something more to the effect of, "You can't get up there without proper authentication." Anywho, I think I definitely have to use one here. And then Bunny says, "It looks like I'll have to jump onto this swinging platform. If I'm jumping just before it's in front of me, it should be okay." Jeez, how precise do I have to be? There we go. Anyways, I use the 3rd battery and obtain an ether. Looks like I have to go back down and then up, because I chose to get the item. There we go. Looks like we have successfully made it to the Shinra building. Barrett says, "Hey, you ought to know all about this building." Bunny says, "No, I don't. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've been to the headquarters." Barrett says, "Well, I've heard a few things. Check this out. The floors above the 60th are special. Not even the guys who work here can get to them easily. I reckon that's where they've taken Aerith. No one's expecting us, so let's get in there." Tifa says, "Hang on, you can't march through the front door." Barrett says, "Of course I can. I'm gonna kick some Shinra butt." Tifa cuts him off and says, "That's insane. We've got to find another way." Barrett says, "There is no other way. If we waste time like this, Aerith will... ... Tifa says, "I know that, but if we get caught here..." And then says, "Bunny, what do you think?" I say we'll sneak in. Tifa says, "Let's be careful and find a better way in." And we are gonna run up there to get the items and such. Whoops. So we find a back way. Barrett says, "Yo, you're really gonna take the stairs?" Tifa says, "It's the only way." Barrett says, "I know." Tifa says, "Stop complaining." Wow. Even without my speed hacks on, they are talking way too fast. So, we're just gonna run up all these crazy stairs. And basically they just complain about how the stairs, like, never end, essentially. Barrett was like, "They can't continue forever," and Tifa's like, "Of course not." Barrett's like, "Are we there yet?" Tifa's like, "Not yet, not yet, not yet." Barrett's being kind of childish. He's like, "I'm going back." Tifa's like, "Really? After we've come this far?" Tifa says, "Barrett, pull it together." Barrett says, "Doesn't matter what you say. I'm still only flesh and blood, except for this right arm. Not like I have any special soldier powers." Tifa says, "I'm human too, you know. That's it. I'm leaving you behind." Tifa says, "Barrett, stop looking. I don't want to go first anymore." Barrett says, "Are you crazy? I didn't look anywhere." Tifa says, "If you say so. And you can get in front of me too, Cloud." Okay. Says the girl who, like, was wearing the basically hooker outfit. No offense. I mean, I get she's a bartender. And everybody's got to make money. But, like, if you don't want people to be looking at you like that, then you might want to maybe dress a little bit more conservatively. I don't know. I think that's partially rude on my behalf. Because, like, I know a lot of women try really hard to look really pretty. Same with gay dudes, but I mean, like, you know, if you don't want attention, you don't dress like that, I guess. I don't know. We got this far. Now comes the hard part. We have to keep this up. Barrett says, "Yo, Bunny, you went through all that and you're thinking going back down to the first floor?" I say, "Yeah." Barrett says, "We don't have any time for this, but I guess it's your call." The reason I'm going back down, which is annoying, is for two things. One, there's a shop down there that has some good stuff. Two, you miss some items if you don't. And three, I have speed hacks, so this is not going to take very long. So here we go. But let's see here. Plus it, you know, helps me, like, show as much of the dialogue as I can. So you get, like, a little bit of a different flavor to the story. Like, if you did one thing, you might see something else, sort of thing. Whew. This is muy crazy. Oh, there's a fight. Interesting. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna cut that here. I'm gonna try to get some sleep, but I'll definitely be back on. When I say tomorrow, I really mean today, but I call it tomorrow because I haven't slept yet. But to anyone who's watching, thanks for tuning in. And if you missed the other videos, they're going to be on my Secret Bunny Ninja YouTube. So if you like what you saw, definitely feel free to check that out. And if you feel so inclined, I do have ways for donations as well. So have a great day, guys. Thanks.